doing drugs all the time, experimenting sexually with other people. I want to say black girls must die. Peoples. Welcome back to Earth to Trinice, y'all. I am back with another reading video. I did enjoy making it, so I'm gonna make another one. Today, this video is going to be all of the books that I read in the last 6 months of 2024. I already did a video on the first 6 books I read because I had a reading goal last year and it was basically just to read at least 1 book a month, which I did exactly 12 books. So yeah, if you want to see what I read from January through June, go check out that video. This video is going to be for June through December. Okay, didn't realize that my mic wasn't on for that last clip, but I know y'all heard me. I know y'all heard me. Before we go any further, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. And I know that y'all can see we have a little green theme going on. I don't actually wear glasses. I just wanted these for this video. And I think that they were well spent. This was what my money was well spent. No, they were like $1, literally. And then I was like, oh, why not put on a little green jersey to match the glasses? And I was like, I want some green tea to drink while I'm talking about my books. And then I was like, also a good time to debut my little green cactus mug. No, I'm just saying, ooh, that's good. It's time to get into it. So I have my little iPad here just so I can keep track. Starting off with July. The first book for this video that I read in July was called The Mothers, y'all. It was a story about 3 different peoples, It was a story about 3 different people, which I am coming to realize is one of my favorite types. Can I call that a trope? I could probably call that a trope. My favorite types of book. All of the books that I've read that's been like a story about 3 people, specifically 3, like not even 2 or nothing. It's always 3. It has always been a great book. Okay. So the summary for this book was basically a story about a girl, a guy, and another girl. The first girl was a girl who left town at 18. From what I can remember, her mother committed suicide, right? And as soon as she turned 18, she left, went to college in another state. The guy is a guy that she used to mess with in high school, I guess, until obviously she left at 18. I think he also was supposed to have a football career, but he got injured. So that was a part of his story as well. And then one summer, the girl came back. I think it was to help out her dad, but she came back, right? Of course, old feelings start to get to you. Her and the guy start catching up. But turns out the girl that she became best friends with this summer while she was here is also dating that guy. And they get married as well. It's called The Mothers because the story is written from one of the mothers' point of view. The mothers in the church, I guess. Basically, just being messy, telling a story that's not theirs. But I would say the ending sucked, right? I know. I'm always going to expect a good ending, right? In a book, in a movie, whatever. From what I can remember, it was not a good ending. And that is why I'll give this an 8 out of 10. The story, amazing. If they would have gave me a good ending, I probably would have gave it a 10 out of 10. But no, I'm gonna bring it down to an 8 out of 10 just because of the ending. But it was such a good book. I low-key am probably gonna read it again just so I can feel it all again. I would recommend that. Okay, so this next book is called Black Girls Must Be Magic. This is the second book in a trilogy. So the first book is called Black Girls Must... Ooh, girl, I can't even remember what the name... Why do I want to say Black Girls Must Die? But I know that's not the title. I don't know why that's the title in my head. But I talked about the first book in the last reading video that I made. And I love that book, right? And I decided to read the second one. So basically the second one is continuing after Tabitha found out that she was pregnant. And she's trying to figure out a lot of stuff like, if she should stay with the baby daddy or whatever and try to make like a 2-parent household, or is it best for her baby's future for her to just be a single mom. The dad, he wasn't a deadbeat though. Like, he would still be around, but it was just whether or not they would actually be in a relationship. And of course, just like the first book, she had to also deal with just being a Black woman in her career field. She was a news reporter. She had to deal with pressures from her mom because, yeah, and just other outside factors. On top of that, if you read the first book, you would know that her grandma died, and her grandma was like the most important person in the world to her. So that was a really big thing in the story. I rated that an 8 out of 10 as well. The only thing, I think I said this about the last book too, I feel like there's a lot of filler sentences. Sometimes you can tell when an artist is just trying to fill up the space or something. Maybe she's trying to meet the word requirement. I don't know. I'm not an author. But it was annoying to read, because I would be like, okay, what's the point of this in this chapter? Like, this is taking me forever to get through this paragraph because you're talking about nonsense, right? But 8 out of 10 is still pretty high. The third book has not come out yet, so as soon as that drops, I will be there reading it, or as soon as my library gets it, because I ain't been buying no more books, y'all. Y'all see this? And I probably got like 5 more books over there. I ain't been buying no more books. I might start buying my favorite books, like The Mothers. I'm probably gonna buy that one just so I have my own physical copy. Keep your libraries in business. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So in September, I actually have this book. Pretty sure I mentioned it in my last reading video as well, because I think I also talked about just my overall favorite books in that video. This one is A Black Girl in Love with Herself. This is a non-fiction book. It's about Trey Anthony, if you guys can see that. It's about her and her life as an immigrant, because I'm pretty sure she's Jamaican. So she talks about like struggling with self-confidence, dealing with her Caribbean family, which I can completely relate to. Her Caribbean mom, all the judgment, all the pressure, balancing friendships, getting over a failed relationship. Also in her career, just being a Black woman, because she's a writer and an actor. She's also a single mom. I think that was my third, fourth, maybe fifth time reading this book. Honestly, whenever I'm like feeling down, I go to this book because it talks about some real stuff in here. That's all I'm gonna say. I also love it because she gives journal prompts in here, and she also has affirmations. At the end of every chapter, she has affirmations, and I absolutely love that. Oh yeah, she even talks about money in here. It's a lot of chapters, so not too much on me. But she talks about money. She talks about daddy issues. She talks about a lot in this book. So if you ever are looking for a self-help kind of book and you're a Black woman and you're not in love with yourself, hey. Also, I give this one a 9 out of 10. In October, I read a super long book. I really didn't know if I was even gonna finish it within that month. Like, I was running through them pages, still paying attention, of course, because it was a pretty interesting book. This book is called Outside Looking In. That's what it's called, by T.C. Boyle. I'm pretty sure that's his name. This was an odd book. This book talks about a group of people, right? It probably starts off with a group of like 10 people or so trying LSD. LSD is new to the scene, new to the community or whatever. And they're trying LSD, starts off as a study. This group then grows to 20, 30, 40 people. They all move into this house together, right? They try LSD like maybe like once a day, once a week, something like that. And this is all in the name of an experiment for studies. There wasn't no studying going on. When I tell you there wasn't no studying going on, there wasn't no studying going on. They started abusing that drug, right? They started using it, honestly, just because they wanted to. Like, every day. They were fiending for it. Of course, it's LSD. They didn't know what they were getting themselves into. They started doing things like, and these were all married couples, by the way. They were all married couples, and they started like doing like experimenting sexually with other people and stuff like that. And then eventually random people start to come to the house. So then it was no longer just couples. Yeah, this book was it was a lot, you know, in a good way. Eventually, towards the end, they start taking advantage of people, like holding like seminars or whatever, just to be able to get some more money to do the drug, because these people were not working. They were just doing drugs all the time. I give this one a 7 out of 10 just because the ending as well. The ending is normally, it has a big factor in ratings for me personally, just because if you've built up all of this emotion to give me crumbs at the end, I'm taking away your points, buddy. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah. The ending, oh yeah, it literally wasn't even like a defined ending. Does that make sense? It literally was just an open ending. Like, not telling us that these people, what happened, if they continued forever. And the main guy and his wife, they were going through troubles in the end, and they didn't close. I don't remember them closing out that relationship, whether they stayed together or not. The story just ended. Poosh, thin air. That was it. So 7 out of 10 is what you're gonna get from me. In November, this was really a random book because I think I was rushing. I think I was on lunch, and I was like, I need to get a book for November, like right now. So I grabbed this random little book, and it was called The Timekeeper. So The Timekeeper started off with a man who invented time, or invented a way to keep track of time, right? And because of that, he got punished by God. I don't think in the book they called him God. I really can't remember, but so to speak, it was basically God. God punished him for keeping track of time, right? And banished him to isolation. And in that isolation, he had to hear everyone around the world just either begging for more time, saying they don't have enough, or begging for less time, because that's the thing as well. And after years and years and years and years of him just listening to all these people, he eventually is sent back to Earth to help two people, an old man and a teenage girl, I'm pretty sure, because it was their same situation. So the old man wanted more time. The teenage girl wanted less time. And he went back to Earth. He found them. He helped them. And of course, the book also talked about their personal stories as well. So it was, yeah. So this book was also about three people. Him, then it would go to talking about the girl. Then it would go to talking about the old man. And then back and forth like that. And it was a pretty good book. I gave this an 8 out of 10 as well. Just because, a good beginning, a good middle, and a good ending. And the concept was pretty original to me. I never heard of anything like this before. So yeah, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. If not a 9 out of 10, honestly. I might have to bump that up one. But okay, so we are on to the last book, December. Y'all, not too much on me. Not too much on me. The book that I read in December is It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. Wait. So, I know that people are against Colleen Hoover. We don't really mess with her. Her storytelling is immature, blah, 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 this and that. But I had already read It Ends With Us. I think I read this. Did I read this last year or the year before? Whatever. I read this sometime. And she came out with the second book, which is probably going to be the last one. And of course, that was just a continuation of this book. It Starts With Us. The second book was continuing Lily's story, Lily and Atlas's story, right? Because I'm sure everybody was hoping for that. And it basically just gave us an ending to what happened with them. The book was about them wanting to be in a relationship, but trying to deal with Lily's ex-abusive husband, Ryle, the fact that Lily has a baby now, and then Atlas also had a major life bomb as well. But I'm not going to drop the life bomb if you possibly are thinking about reading the book. And I must say, first of all, I gave this a 7 out of 10 just because her writing is a little bit cringy. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, It Ends With Us, I don't remember it being as like cringy in a sense as the second book was. Regardless, I liked both, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10. But also, I just watched the movie It Ends With Us based on the book, Avi, and I liked it. The character, the people who played the characters, I feel like they could have had a little bit better choices. But the movie was good. And if she dropped a third book to this series, I ain't gonna lie to you, I will be tapping in. I will. But as far as any other books that she publishes, I'm not a Colleen Hoover fan. I just need to let that be known. But yeah, I just want to say I am super happy that I first of all made that goal for last year, because I hadn't been reading consistently for a while before that. And that one book a month has honestly just reopened my love for reading. I'm reading a book right now. It's called Providence. It's called Providence. And I think I'm about halfway through. And I'm honestly enjoying it. So yeah, I'm just happy to get back to books. Especially I'm going to need some. They're about to ban the clock app. So I definitely need something to do now. But yeah, if you guys are into reading, or if you have any books that you think I should also read, please put it in the comments. It doesn't matter. Fiction, nonfiction. I'm honestly open to a lot. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this kind of set the ambiance, the environment for the video. Yeah, I'm just so happy to be recording and editing and uploading videos. So please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this. And I will see you guys next week on to Trinise. Bye. I really wanna kiss you, but I can't. You know that I miss you.